What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mark Roden, and today I am giving you 10 plus an honorable mention, so 11 of the best sounding cars you can find for under $10,000. Some of these you can even find for under $5,000, to be honest. They're just cheap, good sounding cars that make your ears have a little bit of a blank-gasm. Can't say that word on YouTube, I don't think. But anyway, you guys know what I meant. But anyway, if you want to support the channel any more than you already are, head on over to www.smoothstance.com/shop to pick yourself up a hat, shirt, or shorts. And with all that out of the way, let's get right into the video. Alright, so coming in at the number 10 spot is going to be the wonderful Audi S6 3rd Gen, or C6, which is like the freaking chassis code, I guess. But the whole Audi 6 line of cars is actually pretty underrated, if you ask me. And boy, oh boy, do they make some amazing sounds. This one comes with a freaking 5.2 liter V10, making a crazy 429 horsepower, and it was all-wheel drive, of course, since it's an Audi and it's that quattro all-wheel drive. And I will be the first to say, the one that you're going to find for cheap will most likely have much higher miles and won't be in the best of conditions, and is probably a really bad choice for like a daily driver, to be honest, because a V10 Audi is probably going to be unreliable. But if you're willing to sacrifice that for the roaring sound of a freaking V10, then this is a great choice. Number 9, my good friends, is a weird one. Not gonna lie, you probably aren't gonna believe me here, but it's the Fiat Abarth 500. Yes, this incredibly small little hatchback with a freaking inline 4 is just music to my ears, people, okay? It makes no sense, but I guess that's the power of Italian engineering. It comes with a very small 1.4 liter turbocharged inline 4 that makes 160 horsepower to the front wheels, and this is by no means one of the fastest cars on this list. It's actually probably one of the slowest cars on this list, but it is one of the best sounding inline 4s to ever exist, in my personal opinion. They sound heavenly. Plus, if you mod this thing very well, it will literally sound like a race car coming out of a freaking hatchback that your grandma is probably going to be like, oh, nice, cute car, nice, safe little car. And you're going to start it and your grandma's going to go into cardiac arrest. Next up at number 8 is going to be literally any street bike. Pretty much the 1000 cc's though is what we're kind of going for here. They just have that incredibly high-pitched squeal to them that sounds incredible when they just fly by you. Most of them come with a very small motor, obviously, usually 1000 cc being the highest, and they usually make around 100 to 200 horsepower, but don't let that fool you, because these are some of the quickest vehicles on the road, especially for its money, for sure. They are just so light, and since they have that such a freaking tiny motor, they rev to like 18,000 RPMs, which gives it that iconic street bike high-pitched sound. That's kind of like the whole thing. If an engine revs higher, it usually sounds so much better. But if you do get one, I want to be the first to say it. Please be careful, ride safe, know what you're doing. Coming in at the number 7 spot is going to be the Honda Civic SI 8th generation. The whole car in general is just an amazing choice for a cheap sports car if you're looking to get one, but in terms of sound, it kind of kills it there too, okay? I'm not gonna lie, and yes, it's a Honda. It comes with a 2 liter inline 4 making 197 horsepower, and it was front wheel drive, but that motor is not your average Honda motor. No sir, it is a freaking K20, which is incredible for tuning some cheap Honda power. Sure, they don't look the best out of all the generations, and out of the gate they're not going to sound the best either, but nobody keeps Civic stock, and so once you start to modify this Civic a lot and very heavily, the K20 just freaking roars, and they have such a high RPM range. They are just incredibly slept on little monsters that sound like a beast. Next up at the number 6 spot is going to be the Subaru WRX Blobeye. Oh, baby. Oh, the freaking Subi rumble. Love it. WRX motors have always had like such a distinct sound to them, and some people love it, some people hate it, but I personally love it. They come with a 2 liter turbocharged flat 4, making 225 horsepower, and it was all-wheel drive, of course, and they just scream that I'm ready to go. You know, they're just like, hey, let's go racing. And the reason why they sound so good isn't because they have such a high rev range or a really good exhaust system or anything like that. It's just that it's a flat motor. Any flat motor is going to sound amazing. That's why Porsches sound so damn good. Plus, you add a nice little blow-off valve to this car since it already has a turbo. And now not only do you have the Subi rumble, but you also have that beautiful of a turbocharger yelling at you the whole time. I freaking love it. Number 5, you slippery snake, is going to be the Volkswagen GTI Mark IV. These freaking GTIs, any Volkswagen, I don't know what it is about them, but they seem to just want to watch the world burn. Every single time I see a GTI with a modified exhaust, or any Volkswagen for that matter, it is ridiculously loud. It makes no sense. This one comes with a 1.8 liter turbocharged inline-4, making 170 horsepower, and it was front-wheel drive. And the secret lies within the tuning of this car. They can have some of the most aggressive backfire that you will ever see, and the Volkswagen guys will act like it's tuned to do that for some reason. Like, Volkswagen guys, listen, be honest. We know your car is just backfiring, okay? You don't have it tuned on a flame map. It just is backfiring. We all know that. It still sounds really cool, but it's backfiring, all right? It's not that big a deal. But yeah, if you want to be a menace, pick up a Volkswagen. Any, honestly, but the Mark IV is the one that sounds insane. Number 4 is a bit of a hidden beast in today's car world, actually. It is the Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX 2G, or you could also get the GST 2G. I'm pretty sure they came with the same motor. But it's the second-gen Eclipse, and it's one of the coolest JDM cars, in my opinion, but nobody talks about them, and it makes me so mad. So mad. They came with a 2-liter turbocharged inline-4, making 210 horsepower, going to all 4 wheels, and guess what, pal? That motor was the same damn motor that they put in the Mitsubishi Evos back in the day, okay? That's right. This car you can buy for less than $10,000 was given the damn 4G63, and nobody cares for some reason. It makes no sense. Now, it was a little bit detuned from the best 4G63 engines that we saw in the Evos, but it was still incredible for making power, and it has that iconic 4G63 sound to it too, so I had to put it here. Third place, however, is going back to the land of Germany to talk about the wonderful company of BMW. I freaking love BMW so much. They have made some incredible engines with some incredible sounds, but the most notable being the N54 right now, which in my opinion is just probably the best BMW motor you can get for its price as of right now. And it came in the BMW 335i E9X, whatever one you want. It was a 3-liter twin turbocharged inline-6, making exactly 300 horsepower to either the rear wheels or all wheels. And not only does this motor sound incredible when modified right, but it also can make some insane power for honestly pretty cheap in today's standards. All you got to do is swap the twin turbos out for one giant turbo, and you're pretty much golden from there. You pretty much have like an 800 horsepower race car. Also, the Germans are incredible at building some very good sounding motors, and this one was just absolutely no different at all. Second place, though, is going to one of the most iconic sounds within the car world, the lovely LS motor. Buddy. The one that we're talking about today is the one found in the Catfish or 4th generation Camaro, the LS1. That's right, you can find an LS1 powered muscle car for really cheap. It is a 5.7 liter V8, and it made a huge 330 horsepower going to the rear wheels. And now, yes, this car may look absolutely horrendous, but that's okay, because you are just trying to blow people's eardrums out, and it'll do that greatly. If you want to have like a cool show car, yeah, you probably don't want to pick this thing up, I'm not going to lie to you, but if you just want to be an absolute just reckless public enemy number 1, this is a good choice. Add like a cam to it and maybe even a turbocharger, and now you just have the world's best sounding engine, period. Like, that's just heaven on earth right there. Honorable mention time, buddy. The one for today is going to be the Ford Mustang GT New Edge, which is not really on the same level as any of these cars, to be honest. They don't have like a signature Mustang sound that everybody knows and loves, but they are cheap and they definitely sound good. They come with a 4.6 liter V8, making a nice 260 horsepower going to the rear wheels. always a good choice if you're looking to buy a cheap muscle car right now is the new Edge Mustang GTs. SN95 Mustang GTs are the same deal. They just look a little bit different, in my opinion, look a little bit worse. But yeah, SN95 or new Edge Mustang GT, still a good choice, and they do still have that amazing V8 rumble to them. But first place is, of course, going to a rotary. They just sound too good not to put as number one, okay? I don't know what you want me to say. This one is the Mazda RX-7 FC, which is also a great platform to drift on or track race on since they handle so damn well. But either way, the motor was a 1.3-liter two-rotor rotary engine making 160 horsepower, and it was rear-wheel drive. And now say what you want about Japanese cars, but when they really put their mind towards making something great, they absolutely knock it out of the park, and these rotaries just sound incredible. They sound like a bunch of like angry bees or something. It sounds like I just stepped on a freaking hornet's nest, like you're about to get taken out by a damn tiger. I don't even know how to describe it, but if you have ever heard a loud rotary chopping it up with the good old brap, 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 brap sound, then you know exactly why I think they sound so damn good. It's just such an iconic sound. It is such a good sound. Honestly though, I love the sound. I think it sounds great. But I can see myself getting very annoyed with actually owning one, because when it's at idle, the chop is crazy. It's like, it literally is like, burp, 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 burp. It's just, I feel like it'd get annoying after a while. But besides that, it is arguably the best sounding engine out there, period. And it's just amazing. It's just amazing. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more. Tomorrow, I think we're going to be doing a deep dive on the Scion TC. Also, I got my 350Z back up and running. I've actually been driving it. I went down to go pick up some pizza, so that was fire. But I do have a couple things I want to fix on it. So one, the coilovers, I got to fix those. And two, the gas tank doesn't read correctly anymore. I think mice chewed through the sensor, so I have to replace that. But besides that, the car runs perfectly and I'm actually enjoying it. So I might be doing some POV driving videos with that car soon. Maybe doing some cruise videos with my friends or going to different events or something. I am still looking for a new daily driver, but you guys have to be patient with that because it's a little bit, that's money, and I gotta save some money first before I do that. But I am still looking for that, so don't worry about that. But yeah, anyway, I appreciate you guys watching this video. Das vidania. Have a nice night.